went to ask the ANC the same they asked of others. When they could not achieve it through other people, they left those people and said, no man, when I come here, we can win this thing together. We don't need.
When you're smart, Mar. But this guy is smart, dog. You are smart.
Anyone. But the ANC during elections never formed a moonshot. Never said after elections, I will have all these parties working together. It's the DA that said that. But after election, there are people who are working together. Why does it start after the elections? It started before the elections. When
wow. Yes,
the DA said moonshot could not arrive at the moon. They had to find something else.
Mr. Malema said it's not going to last. I hear people say that.
No, like you, to be honest, Gretchen McKenzie, for his political party, for him to be well known, is how they were treating Africans. Malawians, illegal Africans, Malawians, Nigerians. Because of these people, especially Nigerians that are doing wrong things to Africa, they're selling drugs. Majority of them is going to affect this country. Nigerians, they're doing that. Malawians and Zimbabweans, I don't see they have a problem a lot, even though some of them they can commit a crime. But the party of Gretchen McKenzie is a party that boomed because of the way how they were kicking out Africans. So like Abahambe. You understand that thing being trendy, saying like Abahambe, our African brothers and sisters.
GNU is not going to last. I came here today to tell you the GNU, and you must take it from the bad boy of the GNU. If there's going to be a problem, I will be in the center of whatever problem might arise there. The GNU is going to last for the next 5 years. And we run the risk of South Africans loving this GNU so much that they give.
I think like the GNU doesn't work at all.
That's another 5 years of GNU.
The GNU doesn't last. The GNU doesn't last at all. You never last.
EFF and the Zuma party rejected the GNU. And when we agreed on the statement of intent, they did not agree to that. So what should we do? We wait for them and their perspective, we incorporate them and all of that. That's not how it should be. Okay? The EFF said they want to remove the ANC surgically.
I'm talking about foreigners here. You got foreigners. I thought like these videos are about foreigners. Let's come here. I think like this one's going to give us what we want. There's no, it doesn't work, that thing. Doesn't work at all. Doesn't work at all. Let's see it working.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today, let's address the subject of
Hey, see, like these people are making noise.
taking their jobs. Here, there's an interview. Julius Malema is being asked to share his views on this matter. We might have different views on this. Let's listen to him. Let's hear what he says.
Presence of foreign nationals in South Africa, saying that this gives rise to crime in a lot of instances, feeling that foreign nationals are taking away their jobs. And I want to hear the EFF on this and your response to South Africans for whom this might be a lived reality.
I want to know.
It's a thing of like, I remember very well, there's a thing that like, to say like which jobs they are taking, especially because of like now, as Black people, we make normal to be a slaver for a salary. where you're supposed to ask is Malema is fighting for black people like us to own the factories, it's fighting for us to own the businesses, it's fighting for us to own their land, not become workers. But like people with small mind, they will never understand what Malema is fighting for us. Malema doesn't fight for you to get a salary. Doesn't fight for you to do that. He's fighting for you to own a business. He's fighting for you to create your own products and be part of economy. Most of us 99 or 90 or above that majority of black South Africans, we want to be workers. You understand? We're supposed to be focused on getting the land back and then able to create our own jobs.
Or which foreigner took a job from who? Because you are here, you are the anchor of the SABC. There is no foreigner who can come here and just take your job and say, from today I'm sitting here. The bosses would have allowed that. So the bosses are white monopoly capital which owns the South African economy.
Facts. This is what I was talking about. Facts, you're right. This is what I was talking about. Facts.
Is the one that brings foreigners into the country, give them jobs because they're going to pay them lower wages. And then from there come to South Africans and say, these people are taking your jobs. And then they make us fight.
Guys, Julius Malema makes a lot of.
This is a very point ever. This is a beautiful point, very point ever. I know, like, you may not like it. You may not like it, but like he's speaking the truth. Bosses are the one who employ these people to avoid, to pay a lot, to save money. You understand? So it's a thing of like, let me do like this. There's something I want to do like now. So like, you know, because of your mind is small. Because of your mind is small, you think Malema have a problem with you. You are thinking small. Malema wants you to run businesses. He wants you to own this economy. But you guys, I don't know what's wrong with you. Let's watch this one. Let's see this one. I hope it's going to open your mind. This one.
For illegality. With that statement, they must find creative ways to come into South Africa. What are creative ways? Crossing the river. Surely there must be a type of border, not a colonial system, but a type of referendum to say, do you have the necessary papers for the instances of planning? Because the women will be here, they need to take the kids to hospital, for schools, for urban planning and development. There needs to be a quantity of how many people require medication in Joburg. If government doesn't have that plan, it's going to be a disaster. Do you regret those comments?
No. Why don't you require documents to go to KwaZulu-Natal?
It's like I don't regret that request. And then this guy is obsessed with opening borders. He doesn't prioritize the people need. He missed the ballot long time ago. This is the only party after AIDS that will never vote for. And those who pay tax will suffer. This guy don't have any plan to grow this country. They are tarnishing this thing. People actually vote for this guy. Like what I love now is that when you're going to vote EFF or not, Malema is going to straight union building as a vice president. Malema is a brilliant beyond the description. All the system the EFF is allocating is our own expense. Which country is doing it now? Tell us. Julius Malema was asked a difficult question, but he can't even answer the questions truthfully. Intelligence. Let's go.
And you're coming from here and you have nothing there in KwaZulu-Natal, and then you are going to collapse and get sick in KwaZulu-Natal and affect their budget. Why is that not a requirement? What is different between you and these people who are there? Why can't we develop a policy that says if we're to treat a Lesotho a citizen in South Africa, so Swaziland or Nigeria, once confirmed that this is a citizen of this particular country, these are the credentials, we treat this person and then we invoice their country. Why should we have a hospital and then be worried that sick people are going to be sick and then influx our hospital? Don't be worried about influx. You must be worried with.
You know, like Malema is a big dreamer. Malema is a big dreamer, and like now, most of our people like they still thinking small. That's why like we can't run our country. That's why like, our country is dominated by white people who own our economy. Malema thinks for future. You think want to go to Europe? Want to go to Europe, but like you are free to go everywhere you go. This is what he's fighting for. But like when you explain your big dream to small minds, this is what we're going to get. Just like when you see these comments, look, these comments saying what? Invoice the account or origin. The opening was too low, and that's his failed to an absolute explanation. He failed. How can you invest someone who does not have a papers? The moment South Africa becomes one, the person who think big so that they can benefit everyone living in Africa. You don't think about someone because of, it's like I said, like if you explain your big dream to a small mind, it's very hard to explain, but I try to explain with simple English so that these people, they can understand.
Healing people so that you save humanity. And the only way you can heal people is when you've got your own planning, but you know that in case other people come from outside, you always provide an invoice to those countries that they come from. That has been African planning, by the way. Those things you are saying is Eurocentric planning. You are talking about a funeral and a cow. You plan for 100 people, 700.
Like the whatever, like whatever, like man. How do you invest someone without a paper? Let's do this one. This one does not have a approve. Let's see this one.
EFF
is more richer than Limpopo. The Limpopo people are poor. It's the poorest province. Limpopo. They are there. If that logic works, it doesn't have to start with a Nigerian.
and this is an issue around a borderless continent, right?
Yeah.
So borders in itself, right? The historical context of borders was colonial. Borders were formulated so that white people can divide which particular states belong to them.
Your families are here. Fellow SADC. Northwest and Botswana are one thing. Limpopo and Zimbabwe are one thing. What is the point?
I want to check something. Shisho. Next. Oh my God, what do you do?
We know that during the course of these elections and before, many right-wing and neoliberal organizations spread lies that the EFF will encourage illegal immigration and will immediately open our borders. It's not true. There is no border that will be opened immediately. We will work on it gradually because we have a duty to unite the whole of Africa. It's not something you wake up and just say, I don't care about what is here. Comrades, there will not be an illegal immigration in South Africa. There won't be a person without documents. Everybody.
So like the same man who said foreigners must find ways to come to South Africa. Last time you said you'd rather not be a president of South Africa, but you never chase your brothers and sisters. You're confused when. Says the man who houses secure with watch and sort of electric wires. He said we'd rather not vote for him if we're not gonna support his open border part open. He said it does not need our voters. Why is shaking now? It's too late for your corrections. He realized that what he said cost him. Listening is a skill. So this guy said like listening is a skill. He said South African does not need documents for coming to South Africa. South Africa is their home. When did this song change? This guy is a flip-flop. Haibo, he said he don't want borders in Africa. Today he changed. This guy wants our vote with all the plans. This mentions like the weather, bad character, trait of leader. He now wants xenophobic vote. I don't know. I wish I can defend him, but like it's hard for me to defend. But like the big dream of like seeing Africa in 10 years to come, 5 years to come, 20 years to come, for us to be able to do things for ourselves. You know, people who under Julius Malema, under EFF, there are people who believe themselves, who believe they can change this country. Because of most of blacks, they believe they can't change this country. They need a wide supervision so they can change this country. So this is a different mindset. And then the goal is different. So like we want to bring everyone to become the part of this. But like others, like they are thinking small. This is so bad. This is so bad. Let's go. This is very bad. This is so bad. Let's look for others.
Our army must fight illegal firearms that are coming in country illegally, especially at the border of KwaZulu-Natal and Mozambique. All of a sudden, we've got AK-47 in South Africa, yet that has never been a weapon of preference for our people. It comes from the border of Mozambique, and that border will be stopped.
I don't know what to say, man.
African who is also looking for that job. I'm not saying every South African is going to feeling marginalized and disenfranchised. And that's why there's this notion. And I truly don't believe South Africans are xenophobic.
Yes.
I feel like the issue and the
This guy say like someone is still going to vote for EFF after this. I guess I am that someone. School is important. EFF needs super-minded people, not puppets. Yeah, definitely. Like EFF needs people who can think out of the box. We will show Julius Malema we are in the elections. EFF leaders stand up on the truth. For the past 5 years, I've been traveling throughout 9 travel, all hotel, guest house, B&B, I was served by foreign nation. I personally don't think it's okay. Ramaphosa and Malema are not South African. Who else is not? South Africa is becoming the most hated country in the world. The reason why I stopped voting for EFF. Let's see why the reason stop EFF.
The notion of xenophobia is a very simplistic view of the issues of South Africa. South Africans are unemployed, Julius.
Yes.
That's a fact. South Africans don't have
The best way to fight unemployment rate is when the land is retained. That's the best way. The land that's retained, that's going to create jobs. No other way they're going to create jobs in South Africa. Unless like people they come outside, like that company from Australia, come to open mines here. We call it job, is when the land is retained, is when the people are South African people are take part of economy.
of economic power. That's a fact. The very same illegal, undocumented foreign nationals are being used as truck drivers, as waiters and waitresses, and they're used as cheap labor because the employer gets away with murder. It disenfranchises the South African who is also looking for that job. I'm not saying every South African is going to want to be a truck driver, but it's certainly taking away the opportunity from that South African that wants to be that truck driver.
Yeah, I remember there was this allegedly so. There was this we were like a white African killed a Malawian. It's Malawian or Zimbabwean between that. So it's hard to find people like that if like they don't have identity. I think like she's right there. And it'll be hard if like if someone from outside who don't have papers commit crime this side or maybe attack certain people. It's going to be hard to get those people. So definitely understand happened. Understand happened very well.
So then how then do we start reconciling it? Because at the heart of it, it's economic issues and we can't run away from that. So where do you reconcile and say, yeah, there are too many illegal foreign nationals here that are being used by capital as a form of cheap labor?
Well, it's imaginary. There's no such a thing that there are illegal foreigners who are waiters and waitresses. It's unscientific. It's not proven. It's not true. Secondly, these people that we are saying are taking our jobs and economic opportunities, Faith, let's line up the buses now and put them into the buses and let them go. We'll still be poor. Actually, more poorer without them, especially you, the black elite, because it is you who have hired these people into your houses. So it's not true that when they leave, you'll get jobs. They do not own these people that you're talking about.
Africans are already feeling marginalized and disenfranchised. And that's why there's this notion, and I truly don't believe South Africans are xenophobic.
Yes.
I feel like the issue and the notion of xenophobia is a very simplistic view of the issues of South Africa. South Africans are unemployed, Julius.
Yes.
That's a fact. South Africans don't have economic power. That's a fact. The very same illegal, undocumented foreign nationals are being used as truck drivers, as waiters and waitresses, and they're used as cheap labor because the employer gets away with murder. It disenfranchises the...
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. But it's a thing of like, this topic is very sensitive. But like when you think abroad and not able to understand it. So like why we don't change ourselves? Why don't change this country? Ourselves. Why we don't do that? Because it's clear like we don't believe in ourselves. It's clear. We can't change this country. And the best way to change this country is EFF. We can't. We can't think out of the box. We can't find a solution how to deal with what's happening in this country. We always want to run away. No one is coming from outside going to help you to change this country. No one is going to do that. Someone coming from outside and going to push you to change this country. you are responsible. You are responsible to change this country by you. So the only thing you want to do is you just want to ignore the problems of this country. You are a part of ANC. You are part of economy. You are part of government. Government is people. Who is government? What is government? Government is people, and you get responsibility, accountability. Hi.
There's xenophobic people are in denial. That's a problem. They are in denial that these people are here. They think they are still coming. Yeah. They are not coming, they are here. How do we deal with that?
So like you are in denial. These people are here already. These people are here already. How do we deal with them? How do we deal? Do we document them? And I think this thing is like, it's so painful because of when it comes to African. When it comes to African, illegal African is normal, but when it comes to those Palestinians who came here with no papers, it's not attacked the way when it attack to African brothers. But when it comes to African brothers, they attack our African brothers. But when it comes to those Palestinians who came with no papers, it becomes a normal. People they were calling abortion to do. Nothing had happened, but it happens when it comes to African brothers.
They will always find something to attack you. And when I stood firm on land expropriation without compensation, they were even doing campaigns, giving people title deeds. They say, people want title deed, this person is going to take your land and all of that. Policy was there in 2014, was there in 2019, but it didn't work. What else can we find to attack them? There are no borders, my brother. I can tell you, it's like we behave like a mad person who has got...
It's like we behave like a mad person. So like, maybe like they're being dead, no?
A sheikh and a yard. He's given a stand with a sheikh. He goes and put a gate where there's no fence. You put a gate. When you come back and unlock that gate and open. Your neighbor is looking at you, he's like, what is this? Gayton Mackenzie was running all over Limpopo River, saying he's chasing Zimbabweans who are crossing into South Africa, almost eaten by crocodiles.
We should have video Gayton Mackenzie. Gayton Mackenzie, Gayton Mackenzie. How is that video? Oh my God. I should have video. I want to show you that. Don't leave, guys. I want to show you that video about Hambe. I want to show you that video of Gateway Kids. Hey, Hambe. How do you write Hambe, man? Gateway Kids. Gateway Kids, why the...
I messaged you on your TikTok to say that one day I...
No, man, I want... Oh my God.
What's the thing Google had to? What's the thing Langa? What's the thing Mitchell's playing? What's the thing Westbury? What's the thing Valhalla Park?
I love Gateway McKinsey, man. I love him. Gateway McKinsey, great to restore South Africa for a new beginning. Through all campaigns, So all he campaigns about foreigners. That's his strategy. His strategy is all about foreigners. I will give you my vote where he's a pastor. Where is now Minister of Sports? I want to cover this next comedy show. I'll vote for PA. I'll vote for PA. So that's like how he market his strategy.
Visiting Kraaifontein. But today, they are visiting the Palestinian people that are dying while we are dying, and nobody came to us. We are telling us that our lives mean nothing to you.
Mackenzie has vowed to bring back the death penalty for those who murder women and
Oh yeah. Can you like there's no like I believe like this part of Abraham in this one. The reason I read on this one, I believe the related part. Abraham, but I don't see
attended here. Attended here. Yeah, the party blames sabotage. Nhlanhla Khatlhane, SAB.
The only thing, like I said, EFF is focusing on the land must be returned, focus on equality. EFF is focusing on restoring the dignity of the black child. PA is focusing on illegal foreigners. DA is focusing on removing BBE, removing affirmative actions and corruption. So the only way to change our lives as a black child and to avoid the poverty we are living in today, or the poverty that we find ourselves in today, is with EFF. No, like this music. Yeah, this is a video just want to talk about. This is a video that Julius Malema was talking about today. About how this is what things focus on. He wants to be a member. DA cash out. Now I don't know where. About where the energy. Let me see.
That's only 3.
So like, this is what Julius Malema said. Like there's no borders here. So anyone can leave. Anyone can do as they please. Because there's no borders. There's no borders at all, and he was right. This is the gun. Oh, they hold the guns. They hold the guns for what? They hold the guns, man. I see they holding the guns. They hold the guns to protect themselves from what? From African brothers, or what they are holding the guns exactly. This is what Julius Malema was talking about when he say getting Mackenzie was focused on about the thing. I want to finish it first. This is how you're supposed to treat people. This is how people are supposed to be treated, African brothers especially. This is what Julius Malema is fighting. You understand? This is not how you're supposed to treat people.
See, me, I was standing up and I was singing Reurata Kaufela. I was singing. And one person next to me said, but you are not from the ANC. Why are you saying? I said, I am appreciating. I said, you see, when you're in those blue lights and you're not stuck in traffic, remember who appointed you. I am remembering. So I was singing for.
I feel like Getting McKinsey is a man who love like enjoyment, who love jokes. But like now, I don't go with this how Africans should be treated like this. People they go there to Limpopo because of even in Lesotho and is in Matatiele. I don't know why like Lesotho is like next door Matatiele. It's not there's no borders, there's no big war, there's no those kind of stuff. Because of we are neighbors. So you treat your neighbors like that. It's not going along with African culture, African spirituality and Ubuntu. It doesn't go at all.
The privilege of serving South Africa. And I was singing the loudest Rata Kaufela. And my friend called me, he says, I saw you singing Rata Kaufela. I said, where are you now? Harry, no, I'm coming from Victoria. I said to him, no, what's wrong if I sing that? He says, no, but you can't be singing, you love Ramaphosa. I said, but I love him now.
Getting like change his mind like that. He can change his mind like he said, like, no, I love him. Before I was not loving Ramaphosa. He was not loving Ramaphosa before. Like now he loves him. What's changed? Like what's changed exactly? Because say like it was not.
It says, no man, you can't. I said, no, I don't blame you. The frustration of traffic, I know it's getting to you.
Yeah, this is what Julius Malema was talking about when he said like, Getting McKinsey was going all around and kicking our African brothers out in Limpopo, running all over Limpopo, tried to kick our brothers and sisters, because we are neighbors at the end of the day.
For doing that. But the foolish him, he didn't know. He was proving what I'm saying correct, that there is no fence. So what open border are you talking about, which is not happening now?
Facts. He proved that we also, if you're watching this video, there's no fence at all. There's no fence at all.
The EFF is being punished for being ahead of the times. We say things now, you guys come to appreciate them extremely late because we're too far in thinking. Yeah. And these Africans, when you needed them, they were there for you. The frontline states were there. People got killed in Lesotho. People got killed in Mozambique. People got killed in Swaziland, in Botswana, because they were suspected to have been harboring the terrorists, meaning your liberators.
Front line. They asked the operation of the Dura, what is a front line? And maybe like there are people who are watching this video. Even today, they never understand what is a front line. They were there for you. Those Africans don't want. You understand? They were here for you. Those one you don't like. You want to chase them out. We were fighting for you during the apartheid when your sister have been kicking out. Today, you don't know what is a front line.
The first question that I have reserved is for you, Mr. Bula. Let me just ask an open-ended question. If I said frontline states, what comes to mind and what can you say in relation to that?
So now this is about the people. We have this Freedom Charter where Operation Tutula is entrenching the Freedom Charter that says people shall govern. And,
Front line.
Currently, we don't have leaders. We are on autopilot. And that's where Operation Tutula comes in.
No, I'm asking about frontline states.
Frontline states. So, so this is about. Are you now taking this together with the
If I say to you
immigration?
frontline states, from a historical perspective, what?
You don't know what is a frontline. Frontline state is when all Africans coming together to fight apartheid. You don't know what is a frontline state.
comes to mind as we have this conversation?
The frontline states, I would believe it's.
I will believe
about the people in power.
Let me help you. You obviously doesn't know what a frontline state is. She obviously doesn't know what a frontline state is.
Yeah, definitely. You don't know what a frontline state is? I can have someone going to explain for you. I can have someone going to. Let's listen to this guy. This guy gave me stress. He wants to listen to this guy.
Many people are laughing at Zandile Tabula for not knowing the definition of a frontline state. But I'd like to argue that most South Africans do not know the meaning of a frontline state. Even many of your ministers don't understand the meaning of a frontline state, because then people like Aaron Motsoaledi and Popi Ramathuba would not disrespect frontline states that liberated South Africa and the ANC. Here I'm educating Aikumalo, a lawyer, on what a frontline state is on a debate with panel.
Hey, this guy, this guy, this guy, he loves to talk about tribalism. This is Africa. He thinks like when we talk about tribalism must happen where? In Europe. Yeah? This is South Africa. Tribalism will exist definitely. I don't promote it, but it will exist because of different cultures.
Watch and learn.
Rotendo, your thoughts on the issue of immigration in South Africa as a general?
Okay, that's a good question. For me, the issue of immigration in Africa is where the story starts. A lot of times when the conversation takes place, it's like South Africa is the first place where immigration started taking place. But immigration started taking place the moment Africa started receiving independence.
Definitely, you are right. This is what we experienced. Lots of people coming here because of Nelson Mandela.
So you've got people like Ezekiel Mphahlele, they left here. You've got the lady that used to be the ex-girlfriend of Nkrumah, who was cheating with her. She was a South African colored lady. And they all left here to go to Ghana because there was no freedom in South Africa. Ezekiel went to be an author and went to really home in his art there.
This man is smart. I always see him on TikTok. Thing about is Africa and those kind of stuff, which is so beautiful. Because I started to learn a lot based on like South Africa, and so I love it. I don't lie. I love it so much.
Or Miriam Makeba left. People like Yuma Sekela left. They emigrated into Africa, and then sometimes they would also go to the West. And during the time that we got our independence, we had a lot of South Africans who came into Zimbabwe without papers. And the reason they did it is for the same reason why Miriam Makeba left and got passports in places like Guinea, is that Africa had this OAU that says Africa is for all Africans on a pan-African perspective.
But it's like that. Africa is for those all Africans. It's like that. It's spiritual, it's like that.
So South Africans started coming into Zimbabwe. That's why you had Bob Lady in Zimande, people like Thabo Mbeki, people like Moleget Mbeki, people like Geraldine Fraser, Derek Heinekom, even white people came and they were living in Zimbabwe, for instance. Others were in Mozambique, others were in Zambia. People like Joe Modise were between Zimbabwe and Angola, and sometimes.
I hope we are learning. This is what Julius Malema has been saying about. The reason I search a French state line is because of what Julius Malema said. I mean, they can say a lot about Julius Malema. they can say a lot about Julius Malema, man. They can say a lot about Julius Malema, but he's so smart, very smart.
Liberation movements were alleged to have headquarters in those places. Someone says, don't tell us about Nigerians. You even go to an extent of saying Nigerians gave us money for our liberation. It's true. The civil servants of Nigeria, monies were deducted from them to support the liberation of South Africa. So
today they forget about, but it's like that. In my language, we are saying "Motho o motshabe." In my language, we are saying "Motho o motshabe." People can change. So today, they act like this.
Today we are in a comfortable place. We say we don't want them. Everybody has to be documented so that if any wrongdoing happens, for whatever reason we are looking for you, we need to find your location.
Yeah.
So we need to find a way. They are here already. You go and put them in Lindela with our state money, which you are saying it's supposed to buy medicine. We pay buses. We take them back. They come back the following day. You are in denial.
Malema is right. They are here already. There's nothing you can do. They are here already. So we document them, and then the process becomes difficult now. Those who are coming this side, they need to have papers. Because they are here already. They are here already. And they speak the truth.
There's xenophobic people are in denial. That's a problem. They are in denial that these people are here. They think they are still coming. Yeah. They are not coming, they are here. How do we deal with that? Let's industrialize. Let's make sure that manufacturing grows in South Africa. Let's create jobs. But all I'm saying is, you are saying these people are coming to take jobs. Which jobs are you talking about?
Which jobs? And the thing of like me, say like, if we want to build this country called South Africa, if they want to build South Africa, we cannot build South Africa with salons. The moment we get the land back, that's the best way to build South Africa. When the land is retail, we can open the business, we can open farms, you can mention all of them when we get the land back. But like for now, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense of like taking things back, you know? So to beat unemployment rate, to fight unemployment rate is when like now with the land is returned. That's the best way, because of this land we're going to use for public use. You understand? We're going to use a public use. But beside that, you are playing shit. And I totally agree with Julius Malema.
These people are being enslaved here in South Africa. And when you say they've taken South Africans' jobs, you are saying South Africans must be enslaved. These are not jobs. These are slaves' jobs, which South Africans don't want to work abnormal hours, to work under difficult conditions, and don't have rights. So no South African wants that. At the level where it's a required skill, South Africa makes it very clear that we must give preference to South Africans who've got the similar requirement. Unless we don't have artisans, then we go and fetch from other countries. We don't produce to the capacity of the demand of South Africa. So all I'm saying is, where a job is given, a South African with same qualifications should be given a preference. We cannot prefer a person who's not a South African to the one that is going to pay tax in South Africa. And that is not what we are dealing with. I want you to present any stats to me that says, if we deport these foreigners, so many jobs are going to be created. Look at what's happening in education. We are retrenching educators. not because foreigners have taken the positions of educators. We don't have the political will to sustain those jobs. As a result, they're going to be lost, not because of any foreigner. The steel factories have closed down, not because of any foreigner. The infrastructure in South Africa is decaying because there is no leadership that wants to look after that. It's not a...
Facts. Now, I guess I don't want to bring a false hope and what. We can't even able to run. Let's read the people comments. It means a lot. They are part of conversations and it's very important. We can't even run our own country. But how can you run your own country if you don't own the land? Zimbabwe's got to help South Africa countries, but we don't own South Africa. Our problems begin when they chase investors. I just like to know how many South Africans stay in Zimbabwe at that time because now we have the own country, guys. Please. Yes, it happened now. Our former leader went to our African countries during apartheid time. That does not necessarily mean that we must open our borders for everyone to come to South Africa. Zimbabwe was not a frontline state or SA even. The father Mugabe said himself, who appointed Ruto Bimbar in a place called Juba was named because of South African stay there. Mbeki was an exile in Zuma Mkondo Wasizo was in Bulawo. You are the best, my friend. Teach them road. Oh my God, I don't understand this.
He would also be found in Mozambique because he was coordinating the camps. So we saw South Africans coming into our countries. And contrary to today, he was a major member of the ANC and the MK in a suburb because that's where they were living. And because of them coming into our countries without passports, Zimbabwe took a policy to say we will give them passports. And that's why you see that when we had the Wanki campaign with Bokrisane, together with a detachment, their detachment was actually called the Lutuli detachment, that went into Rhodesia then, trying to create a logistics line that will eventually create bases inside South Africa and some in Rhodesia so that they can supply that line to start organizing an armed struggle in South Africa.
This is a history. This is a history that they teach us in school. They teach us, our kids, kind of the history. Because it's the history and to understand the front line, to understand like these parties, they've been there during hard times when these people came in and do wrong thing to our sisters. These parties will stand with you. Today we're in comfort zone and then we don't want to thank them. You know, thanking them is about like hearing them out and those kind of stuff. But I'm so glad, you know, because we are all learning and we are understanding very well.
Foreigner, manufacturing, which used to be the biggest contributor to our GDP, it has actually been replaced by finance, which doesn't create a lot of job opportunities for our people. If you go into manufacturing, you are going to create a lot of jobs. A factory, manufacturing used to account for thousands of jobs, more than 150,000 jobs in manufacturing alone. Today, you can't count more than 80,000 of jobs in manufacturing. So you can't say the foreigners have actually, the jobs are still, the 150,000 of them, the foreigners have taken them. No, the factories have closed down and jobs were lost, not because foreigners came in, but because...
So I hope like when you're watching here, you hold your ears like this. When you're watching here, you hold your ears like this so that this information can enter this side and come out this side. Because, yeah, man, this is a good, to understand our history. The history that they don't teach us with. This is the history they don't teach us. I want to say something, yeah? This is a history that they don't teach us. They don't teach us this history at all. So we're supposed to go through to check the older sources, to check people like that guy, to check like people like Julius Malema, who tell us about history, to say the relationship between African was there because we are brothers and sisters, we are neighbors. When this side is hard, it's hard to live. Obviously, the option is to go to other one. When that side, this one is become more and that one is healing, then we're going that back to that one. That's how the relationship was built between these people. That's how relationship was built. It's so beautiful. When the side is hard, you go this side. When the side is hard, you go this side. When the side is sad, you go this side. This is what the relationship are building. And it's very important because of like now, I invited two people who have the history of South Africa. Because people are busy fighting. Yeah, Zimbabweans are taking jobs from us. Yeah, Zimbabwe are doing that. But these people were there in the bad times. They were supporting you in the bad times. So let's go and see and get off South Africa. It's very important. Me, I will give you the history.
Course, the financial sector has overtaken manufacturing, and financial sector does not want to deal with industrialization. Anything long term, the financial sector does not want to support it. Why? Because they deal with hot money. They deal with what short-term investment, and they don't want anything to do with long-term investment. You must learn the law of presence. So for the past 10 years, we're establishing the presence of the EFF in Parliament through the approach and through our regalia, which was reflective of representation of the working class. We never lost support because of that. Because that behavior, if you check it, by the way, it was worse between 2014 and 2019. It was more robust and more radical and got us more vote in 2019. Why would it lose us vote in 2024? I'm just saying, my brother, we must not listen to people who have a mind of a rat, who can't think behind 10 years as to what happened previously and what's happening now.
Malema, you're the best man. They can say what they want to say. You can insert and say Malema is the best.
When they fought this war, they eventually ran out of food because for 3 months they were fighting and running from the Rhodesians and the British South Africa.
You can say like, yeah, they say like, you are the best, my friend. Teach them, Rudu. Thank you so much for empowering me. You explained very well. Rudu, you are absolutely accurate. Now I hear people talk. Why you talk deep English like this, man? Why talk deep English? South Africans by then were running away from apartheid regime. Whites versus Zimbabweans. We helped them in South Africa. Can you give us a part where? I want the part where is responded. There's no part where it is responded. I want the part where it is responded because I know like you have to talk. I know like you have to. Hi. Let me see this one. Smooth.
Unknown to us, Botswana, South Africa, and Zimbabwe had been, pulled into the question of looking for us. Of course, probably different motives. Rhodesia and South Africa definitely to search and destroy. Botswana.
Just imagine Botswana was people from Botswana and they've been searched. So like now I'm busy teaching you about.
So the leader of Operation Dudula doesn't know what a frontline state is.
If I say frontline states, what comes to mind and what can you say in relation to that?
So now this is about.
No, doesn't go with the metric or what. This is the frontline is a history, is our African history that we need to know. Doesn't go with what they say. Yeah, the matrix. It's not about the matrix. It's about studying the history of this country.
The people, we have this freedom charter.
She obviously doesn't know what a frontline state is.
This video must be aired because in the context of you wanting to be the president of South Africa, knowing the basics of South African history should be a prerequisite, right? Should be a must that you should know this, right? And any South African that has matriculated will be able to tell you what a frontline state is, or at least at the bare minimum, give a better answer than that. My only advice to Zandile is that when she's chasing away, right, children, innocent children from these schools, maybe she should look into enrolling in one school, maybe part-time, get to learn the basics of apartheid history, maybe could help. So the leader of Operation Dudula doesn't know what a frontline state is.
If I say frontline,
So I was making something to eat. People help you. We help each other so that when we're in danger, we can run to them. That's help means. Help. Help means that when we talk about the help,
EFF lost no numbers to anything except losing numbers to that which never belonged to it. And EFF did not take effort to win it over. It just took it as obvious that these people are ours. Let's take open borders. Why Mashaba did not get 10%? The Lepantiti get the votes because he jumped there. Almost fainted. Mabahambe, mabahambe. He got nothing close to 10%. Mashaba and Gaten Mabahangbe group combined still don't come close to the EFF. You guys are projecting us as if we lost 17%. The ANC lost in this election, but the ANC is being covered with the face of the EFF. The ANC lost big time. The EFF is going to regain its lost ground because the EFF, its policy and its leadership did not do anything wrong to offend South Africans. If anything.
You speak the truth, man. And like, if you love EFF like me, or someone love EFF like me, that's your job, man, to go outside because of the content that I'm planning to do now. This content I want to do, it's focusing on people, because I believe a lot of youth, they are not voting. You understand? When you follow Julius Malema, you know who you are, and you know what can you do to change this country. Others that are busy, let's bring these people are going to change life. Oh, but they're not talking about the land. Not talking about the land. Why? Why they don't talk about the land?
You are getting grant?
Yes.
From where?
From Sasa.
The
No,
police
I'm
for
not
us.
worried about the police.
Call
Police
the
can't
police
do
for us.
so-called
Call
because
the
I
police
got
for
ID.
us. Yes.
And the government
But
give me
but
an
we are
ID.
not
Right. Why I must go home? For what? For what I must go home?
Who are you here?
We are the citizens. We are the citizens. What do you mean?
This is the fight we see in South Africa. This is a fight we are seeing here in this country, South Africa.
I'm living here.
You are not
More than you. I'm living here. Yeah, I'm the foreigner. I'm living here.
There is nothing normal when our people are denied access to health. There is nothing normal when our people are being asked healthy city questions. If we need to die for this, let us die or lose both.
That one was EFF. That was EFF. So this guy is asking for leave to go back home. Zania, you're afraid to call the police because of his call. The only problem I have with people from us, foreigners, they come to tell us about their problems.
Channel. In this video, we're looking at two shocking examples that expose just how far the fight to protect South Africa's healthcare system has come, and just how arrogant some of these illegal foreigners have become. From trying to force their way into a clinic to turning aggressive when confronted, the entitlement is staggering. But it doesn't end there. We'll also take a closer look at why the
like South Africans, us, we don't love our country. We suppose these people are coming from our country. Yes, illegal foreigners. They suppose when they come there, they follow our rules. We guide them. They know we're in charge. But when they come here, they know like whites are the one who in charge. You know? So like when they come here, they know like whites are the only one who in charge. Not us. So we need to remind them, so like we're in charge here. But it's a thing of like, we don't love our country. If we love South Africa, tell me, what can you do to change this country? There's a lot of corruption. Vote is not enough. Vote is not enough. There were people who hijack illegal immigrants, who hijack the buildings, who sell drugs. What are you doing as a citizen? You can ask them that question. What are you doing as a citizen? They will fail to answer. Instead to blame government. You are the government as an individual. You as a citizen of South Africa, you are the government of this country. Whatever is happening in our communities, you allow it.
These illegal foreigners have gotten so bold in the first place by unpacking the EFF's 2025 manifesto on immigration. Because when political parties openly promise to defend people who break our...
Man, you talk too much, man. This is good.
Do corruption.
So many
They do
Nigerians,
corruption.
so many Ethiopian, whole
From where?
from Sasa. From Sasa, look at my
Do
Malani,
corruption.
so many
They do
Nigerians, so
corruption.
many Ethiopian, whole town is a
That's why we are trying to clean
you
you
go to
out.
Laura Town.
Out, guys.
You go to Laura Town.
That's
my
why we are
friend.
saying, you just said
Zimbabweans are African. African.
You go to Laura Town.
You just said to
Zimbabwe
us.
was here.
You just said to us,
Well,
you got
government is
money.
sleeping.
Go to private hospital, Baba.
Even
You got
illegal
money.
people are here.
Why are you here?
Government,
Yes,
they don't
for people
catch.
who don't have money.
They don't catch. Why?
This clinic is for people who don't have money. You have money. Go to
Mafosa must announce in the news. This thing.
Go to Ramaphosa and
Right.
tell him that.
Don't wasting time. You must know.
Call
how
the
to-
police for us, Kemeba. To make it simple, call the
No,
police
I'm
for
not
us.
worried about the police.
Call
Police
the police
can't do
for us.
so-called
Call
because
the
I
police
got
for
ID.
us. Yes.
And the government
But
give me
you are not. You are not.
You
Yeah,
understand?
call
not
them.
gonna-
When they come here, they will take your wife.
Yeah. No, I take
Again?
to the human being work. Okay. I'm not a stupid man. I was a big man. Tell him. I say like that.
Tell him.
Tell him, take down my name, everything, and tell the government to put in the news. Okay?
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Go to private hospital.
Don't make the people stupid here.
Hmm. The country that has no government. Everyone come and use the police. Huh?
Get the medicine.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
It's not like that. You must come with the police here and stop.
Call the police for us.
Why I must call?
Call
You
the
must
police
come
for
with
us.
the police. Said, no, this is
You
a
want
new
to
law.
say you want to say to us.
You
want to say to
people
us.
just come
Listen.
like that.
You want to say to us. Listen. You want to say to us.
No.
You want to say to us.
People, you just come like here.
We apply the law on the. We apply the law in
How
South
many
Africa.
years I'm getting the medicine?
This is our
It's
South
going to
Africa.
stop. We are
Doesn't
stopping it
matter. It's
today.
not your South Africa.
You go home.
Right. Why I must go home? For what? For what I must go home?
You just gonna make noise. You come here just to make
You
noise.
got the power for the police to send me home.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Take
Do
your
the
wife.
right word, right way.
Take your
We are nice as South Africans. We are nice as South Africans. And when we start not to be nice, people they make us look bad. There must the rules be followed. How can you access clinic if you don't have papers? We respect our things like that. How can you get medication with no papers? How? People don't have papers. They are arrogant. How do you access medication with no papers? Answer the question. Let's watch here. Let's watch it and see.
Then I can respect you also.
When you got money.
No, then I can respect you also. Do the right work, right way.
I'm doing
Please,
it the
do
right
me
way.
favor.
Bye-bye.
That is my order.
Your order.
Your order.
My order. Bye-bye.
It feels like now black people are waking up. It's beautiful when black people are waking up. Because people they come here and they think we can't think for ourselves. People come here and do as they please. So it's so beautiful, man.
You want to give us order. You want to give us order. Where else you don't obey our laws? You want to give us order. Where else you are not obeying?
You decide the law.
It's the constitution of South Africa. It's the constitution of. I'm a government, sir. I'm a government.
No.
I'm a government.
No,
I'm not a government. I'm a government. My brother, I'm a government. Yes, sir.
Don't push. This is what we do. Don't push, baby. Don't push, baby. Don't push.
What's happening here? Exactly. She like don't pull. What's happening? You don't have papers. But it's like the government, man. So like if like you came here with a work, a visa, or what must go to private. The government laws.
Don't push.
You cannot push her with the baby and then you think that she's pushing the baby.
You're doing what here?
Call the police.
You must call.
Call the police. Call.
He's doing what he's hired to protect people. But based on the law, if we are not citizen, we must go to private hospital. These people are so disrespectful. These people are so disrespectful.
Hello, I'm not coming to you. Go for the police. Who are you here? We are the citizens.
We are the citizens. What do you mean?
I'm
You are
living here.
You are not
More
a
than
citizen.
you. I'm living
You are
here.
a foreigner.
Yeah, I'm the foreigner. I'm living
Yes,
here.
you are a foreigner.
I'm not coming to you.
No, so the president of the Dula should send a case to Zimbabwe as well. These are EFF members. Like EFF is protecting illegal foreigners. But there must be rules followed. There must be rules complied. That's where we can fix the country. When the rules is complied, always a thing complied. That's where the thing must be complied.
Why do you call back up for the brass? Why are they not going to private hospitals? Why are they not going to private hospitals and stop those rich people? Oh, Swaziland people who are rich, they are not foreigners. Nigerian people who are rich, they are not foreigners. It's only Zimbabweans who are foreigners. The only foreigner we know is only Zimbabwe. We ask them, is the Lesotho not a foreign? It's the Botswana not a foreign? It's the Chinese not a foreign? It's a white man not a foreign? Why are you choosing people who are hopeless? They said,
This topic is so sensitive. This topic is so sensitive. As well sensitive this topic, yeah? Wow. Wow.
that they are stealing their jobs. It means here they are stealing the black people of Africa a space to come and get in when they are sick. Those who are sick. It means they are doctors now. They want to supervise. They are interfering with the process of immigration. They are interfering with the process of the South African Police Service. They are untouchable. They are John Wickies of Africa people. Nobody can do them anything. Police are watching. Eating KFC inside our own cars, watching, reporting that the situation is normal.
Laws are laws, my brother. Laws are laws. Whether you can be an English CFF member, but there's a law that must be respected in this country. You can be screaming like that. You can scream the way you want. You can scream the whole day, but they must comply with the law. There's constitutional laws here. Why should us comply with the law? And they don't comply with our laws. Why it's like that? Why should us comply and they don't comply with our laws? Laws are laws, my brother.
There is nothing normal when our people are denied access to health. Yes. There is nothing normal when our people are being asked or lose votes.
So it's official. If calls this subhuman treatment, and they legally. Now look.
This guy's fighting, man. This guy's fighting for it. This guy is talking a lot. This guy is talking a lot. Let's look this one. Looks so funny. Looks very funny, this one. Let's look at it.
Question that the first, Mr. Bula, let me just ask an open-ended question. If I said frontline states, what comes to mind and what can you say in relation to that?
So now this is about the people. We have this Freedom Charter where Operation Dudula is entrenching the Freedom Charter that says people shall govern. And, currently we don't have.
Hi, what an embarrassment. What a embarrassment. So I guess to those who don't believe in yourself, guys, we need to believe in ourselves to change this country. No one is coming outside to change this country, but ourselves. It's our duty, it's our responsibility to change this country. I love you so much. Stay tuned. Bye bye. Stay tuned. I love you so much, guys. Enjoy your day.